What if the largest sign within the foreign money world proper now isn't a price, no longer a date, and not a rumor but attention? Today, we are talking about something that has Forex holders everywhere paying interest, asking questions and questioning differently than ever before. Stay with me till the end because this conversation isn't approximately hype. It is about mindset, guidance, and the signs many humans consider point to growing international banking awareness. Right now in 2026, something exciting is occurring in the foreign money community, especially amongst Iraqi Dinar and Vietnamese Dong holders. Humans aren't simply speaking about wishful wondering anymore. They may be speaking approximately styles, approaches, and awareness within the global banking system. That is essential because focus is regularly the first step earlier than any reputable movement takes area. Across boards, non-public businesses, and normal conversations, currency holders are noticing changes in how banks talk about Forex compliance and international readiness. These discussions are now not simply emotional reactions. They may be turning into greater thoughtful, more careful, and extra knowledgeable. That shifts subjects. When a community suits, it begins asking higher questions instead of chasing rumors. Many holders are announcing the same aspect in one-of-a-kind approaches. Banks appear greater alert, extra prepared, and extra connected globally than they were years in the past. This doesn't suggest something is going on the next day, but it does advise the monetary gadget is paying interest. And whilst the machine will pay interest, humans pay interest too. This developing attention is what is using today's communication and why so many currency holders are looking carefully. One of the strongest issues coming from foreign money holders proper. Now's the idea of global banking awareness, not conspiracy. This is a very important difference. Cognizance manner banks recognize global currency situations and follow international regulations. It does not suggest secret meetings or hidden deals. Many holders are figuring out that banks perform underneath international requirements, and while Forex change repute or turn out to be extra energetic, banks should be equipped to handle that easily. This consists of compliance checks, foreign exchange schooling, updated systems, and communique between institutions. Forex holders are noticing that banks are asking greater questions, monitoring for alternate more intently, and ensuring processes are sincerely understood. That on my own tells human beings something has shifted as compared to the beyond. Years ago, many banks slightly wanted to talk approximately wonderful currencies. Now the tone feels one of a kind. Humans experience professionalism and preparedness. That feeling alone creates self-belief amongst holders. It helps calm worry and decrease panic. As opposed to dashing, human beings are mastering to study and prepare. That's a wholesome trade for the community. Another fundamental point human beings are discussing is how the emotional tone in the foreign money community has developed. There's nevertheless excitement, of course, but it's far now not wild or reckless. As a substitute, it feels measured. Holders talk about desire. However, in addition, they communicate approximately patience. They communicate approximately opportunity. However, additionally about obligation. This balance suggests boom. Many longtime holders admit they used to get caught up in each rumor. Now they're more selective about what they consider. They keep in mind that real financial activities circulate via respectable structures, no longer social media headlines. This mindset shift is powerful because it protects humans from making emotional decisions. Consciousness creates area. Discipline creates stability, and balance is exactly what human beings want if and when a valid Forex occasion takes region. The community is no longer simply reacting. It's far thinking, reading, and helping each other through shared understanding instead of shared hype. Lots of dialogue right now facilities on what coordination clearly weigh. Many holders are learning that coordination can absolutely imply banks following the same international policies. At the equal time, when global financial systems put together for any foreign money associated event, they must align procedures to keep away from confusion, fraud, or delays. That alignment can sense like coordination from the out of doors. People are noticing that banks' international talk approximately comparable compliance well-known, comparable trade processes, and similar security requirements. This consistency offers holders reassurance. It indicates that if something does show up, it's going to not be chaotic. It will likely be structured. That subjects because structure protects clients. It protects banks and it protects the financial device as a whole. The idea that banks are not caught off guard anymore is a big psychological shift for foreign money holders who have waited for years. Attention brings comfort even without confirmation of results. Any other essential part of this discussion is how foreign money holders are sharing sensible know-how. Instead of just asking whilst, humans are asking how. How does a foreign exchange work? How do banks affirm massive transactions? How do taxes, office work, and compliance fit into the procedure? These questions show maturity. The community is making ready itself mentally and almost. That coaching reduces worry. Worry often comes from the unknown. While people learn the way systems work, anxiety is going down. Many holders are saying that even if nothing occurs soon, they feel greater educated and assured than ever before. That on my own is treasured. Awareness is empowering. It turns passive waiting into lively readiness. And that is a healthier way to method long-term economic decisions. Skepticism also performs an essential position in trendy verbal exchange. And that is an excellent issue. Now, not every person believes the signs and symptoms suggest whatever, instant, and that they say so brazenly. Those voices assist maintain the network grounded. They remind humans to affirm statistics, keep away from unstable behavior, and live realistic. Healthy skepticism prevents emotional errors. It encourages persistence and vital thinking. Inside the beyond, skeptics have been on occasion omitted or attacked. Today they're often reputable. That change indicates how some distance the community has come. Balanced discussions cause higher outcomes. Whilst optimism and warning exist together, people make smarter alternatives. Cognizance does no longer mean blind perception. It method knowledgeable remark. And that is precisely what many holders are working towards now. Many currency holders are also speaking about how banks themselves appear extra knowledgeable approximately global currencies than before. Human beings to file better solutions, clearer explanations, and more self-belief from financial institution personnel while Forex topics come up. Whilst this does not assure anything, it does endorse schooling and preparation. Banks do now not train team of workers for no motive. They do it to lessen chance and improve service. This remark strengthens the idea of cognizance rather than speculation. When systems enhance quietly, it regularly occurs long earlier than public bulletins. That is how monetary systems paintings. They put together first, then act later. Holders who understand this feel calmer. They may be no longer awaiting dramatic indicators. They are looking diffused ones instead. Any other large emotional theme right now is reassurance. Many holders say they feel greater cozy, understanding that banks worldwide function beneath shared standards, although activities unfold slowly. The gadget is built to handle them. This reassurance reduces the fear of missing out or being unprepared. Humans are getting to know that speeding rarely ends in accurate consequences. Attention encourages endurance. Patience encourages smart planning. That making plans includes understanding prison necessities, tax duties, and secure alternate practices. Those aren't exciting subjects, however, they're essential. The network is embracing that fact greater than ever earlier than. People also are noticing that conversations have grown to be greater, respectful and supportive, rather than arguing over rumors. Many holders cognizance on assisting each different apprehend methods. They proportion stories, give an explanation for terminology, and encourage calm wondering. This aid gadget makes ready less difficult. It also builds accept as true with inside the network. Trust topics because it reduces isolation. While human beings sense supported, they are less probable to panic or act all of a sudden. Recognition brings human beings together in an optimistic way. That collective attitude is one of the strongest symptoms of increase in the Forex space today. Timing continues to be a massive question. However, the way people communicate approximately timing has changed. Rather than stressful answers, they speak opportunities. They have a look at how past foreign money activities spread out and what styles existed in advance. They renowned uncertainty rather than denying it. This practical technique protects humans emotionally. It sets expectancies well. Recognition does not promise consequences. It prepares human beings for them. That difference is critical. While expectations are sensible, sadness is less possibly. When disappointment is less, in all likelihood, choice improves. Any other major shift is curiosity. Human beings certainly need to understand how international banking work. They ask about crucial banks, regulatory bodies, and worldwide monetary standards. This interest leads to learning and gaining knowledge of results and self-assurance. Assured holders are patient holders. They're now not effortlessly shaken by means of rumors or delays. They keep in mind that global finance moves carefully and deliberately. Awareness feeds that know-how. It turns confusion into clarity over the years. Many holders also speak about how awareness reduces anxiety about safety. They need to recognize their cash might be dealt with legally and securely. Seeing banks organized allows ease the one's concerns. Protection is a pinnacle precedence, specifically for lengthy-term holders. Recognition indicators duty. It suggests systems are in place to protect anyone worried. That feeling alone is powerful. There's also a feel that this recognition is international, not restrained to what USA people accept as true with banks. International are paying attention, not because of hype, but because this is their job. Worldwide finance is interconnected. Changes in one vicinity have an effect on others. Banks should stay informed. Holders recognizing this connection shows deeper information than ever earlier than. A few humans nevertheless experience aggravating, and that is every day. Waiting is hard, but recognition helps channel that tension into practice as opposed to panic. Human beings' cognizance on studying, making plans, and staying calm. That could be a healthful reaction. Emotional discipline is simply as essential as financial information. The network is likewise emphasizing legality extra than ever.